everybody, Gadget here. Today we're going to be looking at a really neat gadget. This is a saw. It's a folding saw and it's sold by Academy. It's made by TexSport and it's called the Shape Shift Folding Saw. It's made out of aluminum. It weighs 9.4 ounces with one saw blade attached. It includes two 13.8 stainless steel blades. And this is the package that it comes in. It has instructions on the back on how to put it together. Bring you a little closer here. And that's how it looks. It sells for about $27 at Academy, hanging in the sports section, camping. We're going to be going over this saw in just a few minutes to show you how to put it together, and then we're going to be going out into the woods to do some actual wood cutting out in the wild. So stay tuned. This is a really nifty gadget. Okay, so here we are with the saw and its package. And we'll just go ahead and slip this out of the package. As we mentioned before, it comes with two blades. The blades are very sharp, so your Miranda warning, watch your fingers. The two knurled ends unscrew to loosen all the parts. This is your tensioner part with two knurled knobs at either end. Your support bar, and of course these will become the handles. Has holes for the tensioner on both sides, and then this hole here is for the support bar that goes in between, and then you have two slots in the opposite end. So to put this together, it's pretty simple. Put the support bar in there. Take one end of your tensioner, and you can see it's knurled on both ends and also threaded on both ends. Either end works just the same. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be putting this through this hole in one end. You'll be running it through the other end. And then to pop your blade in, the best way to do this I found is to upend it. Let your blade, let it drop into the slot, and then apply some pressure so that the blade stays in there. Take your other knurled end and start that on one end, tighten up on the other end. Make sure your blade's down in there. Give it about a half a twist. That tightens the blade up, and you have your saw. A pretty nifty gadget, if I do say so myself. Hold on to it here, and you can saw with it. You get a nice long stroke with it with this really long blade. The teeth are very coarse. So to start your cut, you just let the weight of the saw just start your cut, and then just let the weight of the saw do most of the work, and you can apply a little pressure, but it goes through the wood pretty darn quick. So there you have it. And to take it apart and put it all together so you can carry it, obviously you just do it backwards. You just take the knurled edges off, or at least one of them, and you'll find the blade will pop right out of there. Just remove your tensioner and your support rod. Support rod goes in the middle, and you can put these together any way. You can reverse this whichever way. There's no edge when you butt it together that will fit inside one another, but these have a little knurled edge on them that fit very nicely without flopping around in there. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking this piece right here, you're going to be taking the tensioner rod and you're going to be inserting that in that. Take one or the other in, and you can turn these around any way you want. It pops right on there. You can store both blades in there if you want, or just carry one. It just depends on how you want to work it. You can just pop the blades right in there. Take the other knurl cap, screw that on there. Turn it together and you're good to go. And there you have it, all set to carry in your pack. And like I said, it doesn't fit together too well in the middle because there's no edge to pop either one of these tubes together in the middle, so you'll always have a little bit of misfit. But that doesn't really matter much because just stick it in your pack vertically. I think it's a pretty nifty little tool. Got a lot of long strokes for cutting the wood. I had originally looked at a folding saw. There are a lot of good ones out there. But this one was originally labeled $9.99 on the peg at Academy. It was the peg and the item were placed on the wrong peg. I did get it for $9.99. The manager came over and gave it to me because it was mispriced, but after going back to Academy and looking again, it was on the correct tag for $26 and change. So again, the TexSport Shape Shift Folding Saw, a nice little gadget, and we'll be taking it out into the wild here in a little bit and showing you how it actually cuts wood. Hey everybody, finally arrived at the campsite. We'll be setting that saw up in just a minute and cutting some wood. Thought I'd give you a quick look around. And what we'll be doing is just going over here to this old wheelbarrow that I found out in the woods and doing some cutting. Got the saw all put together, and I'm going to try it out on this. Let's see if we can get this thing started. As you can see, it cuts pretty darn good. It's an old piece of oak. You need to get it started, you just the only bad part about this saw is it takes a little bit of holding on because the handle is, it's twisty. But it cuts pretty good from either side. The saw itself does a pretty good job of cutting. It's easy to put together. It's really solid when it's cutting. The problem is that to hold on to this piece right here, it kind of twists in your hand a little bit while you're trying to saw. I think if this was some rubber, it would probably work pretty good. But if your hand's sweaty on this metal, it tends to turn itself back and forth. So in that respect, it's a little wobbly in your hand, but it cuts pretty good. And for a saw that'll fit in your pack and fold up that's weighs less than half a pound, I think it's a pretty good deal. Let's try some more wood. Pretty hard wood. It's been sitting out here in the woods. But it will get the job done. Like I said, it takes a little bit of effort to cut. I'm not sure if that's me or the way I've got the wood held down. This cuts both ways on the push and the backstroke, and it does take a little bit of effort. However, for 26 bucks, it's a pretty decent saw. So there you have it, the TexSport saw. Not a bad deal for $26 and change. Works pretty good. And like I said, if you don't think it cuts wood very good, you can always use it as a club. Thanks for watching. See you next time.